It's your boy Codehova, Fly Combinator. We're pimping Swift. Let's continue on talking about associated values on enums. So here I have an enum which has a raw value of integers. And, we have these 6 different cases. 1 to 1, 5 to 5, 10 to 10. These are raw values that are associated with an enum's case. Okay? So what about associated values? So what would we need for an associated value? It's like associated values would come in handy when we have related values, but those related values also have a certain value attached with it. Not in this style, but this style. Let's see. So I'm going to call this enum re-up attempt. All right. So when you try to pick up from the plug, right, you're either going to succeed or you're going to fail. So in the case of a success, there's a case of a success and there's a case of a failure. Okay. So when you succeed, you're going to come back out with drugs. Okay. And that drug is going to be of type int. Let's go back to another page and actually swipe the drug out. So we got drug. So we got the drug enum. Now in this, we also have the dollar. Let's get rid of the dollar because we're not going to use it. Okay. So when you re-up, you're going to succeed. Okay. And you're going to walk out with a drug. Okay. And if you fail, there's going to be a message, which is going to be of a type string. So let's run that just to make sure we're all good. All right. We seem to be good. So let's declare just a bank. And let's say that we have $1,000. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a switch, or we're going to run a function. That function is going to be go cop drugs. And this function is going to take your bank, which is going to be of a type int. And what this function is going to do is guard that your bank is over $500, else it's going to return, we forgot the return value, and it's going to be a re-up attempt. And the return is going to be re-up attempt. If you have under 500, you're going to fail. You have little money. The plug hates you and might shoot you. Okay? But if you do have more than 500, what we're going to do is bank minus, let's call this your bank. Okay? It's going to be your bank minus equals bank. But at the same time, you're going to get a return of success. And we're going to give it the drug cocaine. Drug.cocaine. So that is our function. So let's run it. Go cop drugs. And we have your bank. And that's what we get. We get a return. So let's call this attempt equals. So we got an attempt, and now let's switch on that attempt. So we have the case of success, and a success comes with a drug. So we're going to say let drug print you were able to bring back home this drug. Drug.raw value. And if you failed, let message. So this is calling out the associated value that was created by your function. Print message. All right, let's run this. So unresolved identifier success. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to put period. Okay, so boom. That's an associated value with enums. So when we went to go cop drugs, we get a return of an instance of re-up attempt. And these re-up attempts, they have associated values with it. Okay? So the success comes with a drug. Failure comes with a message. So we have $1,000 in our bank. And when you go cop drugs, when you meet the plug definitely needs over $500. If you don't have over $500, you're going to get the failure. And that failure of a re-up attempt, it's going to come along with a message. You have little money. The plug hates you and might shoot you. But if you have over $500, you're going to get $500 subtracted from your bank. Okay? Well, damn. That's not smart. So this needs to be reworked, right? Because when you go in with your bank, he's going to take out everything. Well, I guess that's how it could happen. When you go with 1,000, you're going to make sure to spend all that 1,000 so that you can sell stuff and get 30,000. Okay? So don't worry about that logic. That's whatever. The logic we need to keep on hand is these re-up attempt cases. So when you do have enough money, you're going to get a success re-up attempt, and that success comes along with a drug. Okay? So here we have ran the function go cop drugs, and in this attempt is going to be an instance of re-up attempt. Okay? This is a re-up attempt with a drug attached to it. So we're going to switch on this attempt, which is a type is either of these cases. Okay. So when you switch on these associated values, you're going to have the cases of success and failure, and you're going to, place the associated values into a constant. And so this success knows that this is a drug instance. This switch value knows that this failure, this message, is a string. And that's because we've declared that here and here. So that's why in the success, we're able to use drugs raw value to bring back, to use this Coke, to pull out this Coke string, which is right here. Okay. So if this was, let's say heroin, and we run it, it's going to say you brought back heroin. In another case of if we had only $499 and we run it, when we ran this function, go cop drugs, we have $499, so it's going to go into the else case and it's going to return a failure. And when we switch on that attempt, this enum value, it's going to run through this switch, hit this case. It knows that failures have string messages associated with it, so we're just printing that string message. So that is associated values on enums. It's your boy Codehova, Fly Combinator. We're pimping Swift. All right, any questions, leave them down below. But it's your boy. Let's keep on rocking.